Richard Southern joins us now here in studio. Hello to you, Richard.
Hi, Erica.
Good to see you. Okay, let's start with this. Monday has been declared a federal holiday here in Canada in recognition of the Queen's funeral, but that isn't sitting so well with some in the business world.
No, and there was a brief moment in time today when we heard that from the Prime Minister, and we thought maybe we'll get the day off from school and work here in Ontario, but Premier Ford deciding against that. No statutory holiday. In the province of Ontario on Monday, the Premier said he really wanted to keep kids in school. But yes, the federal government says all federal government employees will get the day off for the Queen's funeral. However, federally regulated businesses like banks and telecoms, they can decide on their own whether or not they want to give their employees the day off. Some provinces have declared statutory holidays for Monday, Erica, like Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, and Labrador. It's a move Dan Kelly with the Canadian Federation of Independent Business says businesses can ill afford right now.
We're talking about another statutory holiday right between Labor Day and Thanksgiving. This is a big deal. It would cost the economy billions of dollars if every province were to give every single employee a day off. That in terms of lost productivity or additional pay in lieu of overtime, that would be significant for small firms that are already dealing with an incredible labor shortage on top of 2 years of limited income. And even now, only half of small businesses are back to normal levels of sales.
And the Toronto Stock Exchange, Erica, telling CityNews that it will be open for business as usual on Monday.
Okay, and the Queen's Plate, big money generator, big generator for our local economy, but many are wondering whether the race is actually going to be renamed, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, this is Canada's biggest horse race that's run every summer, and traditionally it's been named after, the gender of the monarch that's sitting in England. And I had a chance to ask the CEO of Woodbine, Jim Lawson, if there is plans to rename the Queen's Plate the King's Plate next year. Here's what he said.
We haven't made that decision yet, Richard. We have a board meeting on Friday, which I intend to raise the whole discussion regarding it. Tradition, of course, would dictate that it is the King's Plate, and it's something that we really didn't feel we were in a position to talk about during this mourning period, and it's something hopefully in the next couple of weeks that we'll have an announcement about.
The race, which has been going since 1860, was called the King's Plate between 1901 and 1952. That's the biggest race of the year. This Saturday they have their second biggest race of the year called the Woodbine Mile, Erica. I talked to Jim. He met the Queen when she last came for the Queen's Plate in 2010, and she was telling me about how she knew every last detail about the horses. She was a big horse fan.
She was a big horse fan.
Got to mention before we go,
okay,
some bad news. Sorry to leave you on some bad news, but the markets took a tumble today, Erica. High inflation numbers coming out of the United States took the Dow Jones Industrial Average, as you can see, down 1,200 points. The S&P down a whopping 4.2. The NASDAQ and all those tech stocks tumbling more than 5%. TSX held up a bit better, but still down more than 300 points. Oh, and don't look at your crypto wallet tonight. Bitcoin taking a bit of a bath, down almost 10%.